Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Good vibration, yeah. That's the positive vibe we keep creating, yeah. Forever living our life. Good vibration, yeah. That's the positive vibe we keep creating, yeah. Forever living our life. Oh, yeah. Good vibrations, family. Good vibrations to all. Wholesome, wholeness, peace. Irie, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Islam, what's up? Peace be unto you all. How y'all feeling today? Man, I'm out here in the morning. I was out at the park today, and today is the 25th of June. Now, you know me. I know I like to break down the numbers. They call me the numbers man. I'm the numerovator. I'm the numerovator, family. I'm here to motivate you with your numbers. That's what my job is. So make sure y'all share this. We're going to share something. Let me tell y'all, one thing I've learned in my 57 years of evolution or revolution in this world is that you are what you think. You are what you think. Well, you are what you think you are. And today, as I was walking in the park, taking my walk throughout the park here in Brooklyn, I'm in Brooklyn. Big up to all my family and friends in Brooklyn, all my associates in Brooklyn, all my enemies that are becoming my friend or my associates in Brooklyn, because there's levels to this. You don't just become a friend. There's levels. You don't just become family. There's levels. So you might be a enemy. You might be a frenemy. Then you might be an associate. Then you might be, a friend, and then you might be family. So there's levels. So today I'm walking through the park, and I swear to y'all, family, I walked around that particular park and that field probably 3 times before I seen something. This time my spirit said, go towards where the benches are. Pass the same area 3 times. And to show you how you draw what you draw to you, even little books that you find. I found a book on the bench. Somebody left it there. With, of course, look at the symbol that's on the book. Look at the symbol. Look at the symbol that's on the book. The flower of life is on the book by Chiron. Chiron, aka Lee Carroll, who's a channeler, a spiritual channeler. You attract who you are. So again, these little things that, and this book I just found it, just found this today. So I cleaned it off, started reading to it, and it says Chiron, the new human, the evolution of humanity. Evolution of humanity. This is the 14th edition, I'm understanding, but I was reading some of it. And I love the colors, one of my favorite colors. When I did the numbers to the name Chiron, interesting enough, when I did the numbers to the name Chiron in the Chaldean system, it added up to, let me see, that's 2, 4, 5, that's 10, and 10 and 7 was 17 in the Chaldean system. My life path is a number 17. Let's keep note. Take note. My life path is a number 17. This book was written. This particular book was written in 2017. When you add that 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10, which equals a 1. I'm born on February the 1st. So 1 is one of my power numbers, while my life path is a number 17, which is an 8. Keep note now, keep note. In the Pythagorean system, the name Chiron, let's break it down. That's 9, that's 11. 11 plus 7 is 18, and 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. The name Chiron in the Pythagorean system adds up to a 29. 2 plus 9 equals 11. I'm in my 11 personal year cycle this year. I can't make this stuff up. I'm in my 11 personal year cycle. In the Pythagorean, it adds up to number 29, which is 11. In the Chaldean, it adds up to a 17, which is my life cycle, my life path, 17. And then it was written in the year of 2017 that adds up to a 10, which is a 1, and I'm born on the 1st. I found this in the park. See, although I know that I'm about promoting the evolution of humanity, if anybody's seen any of my old logos, it used to say King Simon Production, the evolution continues. That's what it says on my logo. The evolution continues. That's, anybody know any of my old logos that I put out there back in the day when I was younger in this game of promotion? This is my 29th year in promotion also. 2 plus 9 is 11. I started in 1995. Everything is in alignment for me to get this book. And like I said, I walked around that place at least 2 or 3 times. I walked around that park 2 or 3 times. The book is, when I veered in towards the bench, I found the book on the bench. It was all musty and dirty, but I was like, nah, something drew me to the book. And when I seen the flower of life, that was it for me. That was it. So everything is in divine order, and you are who you attract. And because I'm into the study of numbers and how to apply them to help motivate not just you, but myself, these numbers motivate me to keep on wanting to do what I do for people, because I want to see the new humans evolve. I want to see y'all evolve. And numbers is a part of it. Cardology is a part of it. Cartomancy is a part of it. Arithmomancy is a part of it. Tarot is a part of it. Spiritual practices like Ifa and Akan is a part of it. It's all a part of it. Whether you're in religion, as long as you're in religion from the purest state of guidance, that's a part of it. I was listening to Nuri Muhammad last night. before I went to bed. And Nori was breaking down some stuff about mathematics. He broke down his last lecture was the cycle of life. Now, I deal with numbers, so I deal with the cycles of life. I deal with the cycles, patterns, and sequences of life. And he talked about the mathematics that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad broke down. And I talk about the mathematics. It's just that I'm added more dimension because I study numbers. I study astrology. I study all of them. I'm added more dimension so I can be of better service to the people. So I was in the park working out, not doing too much strenuous stuff, more walking on the grass. Then I took off my shoes, did some barefoot Tai Chi and Qigong, getting my breathing together, making sure everything is right. As you're getting older, you realize that you're not exerting yourself. You start slowing things down and start doing slower movement exercises. You know, uh, Actually, it's not really good to exert your energy like that. And Dr. Phil Valentine broke that down years ago. All that gym stuff and that gymnasium stuff is not really good. It's really to build yourself naturally, whether through isometrics and moving slowly, doing the slow movement stuff. It can help build because it takes precision to be able to move slowly. Takes precision to make sure you know where you're going with the slow movement, and it helps to build all of your arms and your legs. I was doing dips, I was doing slow movement dips, I was doing horse stances and all that. So at my age now, I realize how important it is to do the the balance, the yin and the yang, not just yang, not just the male masculine energy. You got to use the balance of the female and the masculine. And when you're doing the internal breathing, slowing breathing, that's the internal work that you're doing. That's why a lot of my teachers that I've known, they injured themselves, they got hip replacements, knee replacement, all kinds of stuff after doing a lot of that yang energy, that yang, all that fighting, all that yang. But they should have worked on the internals also at the same time. And not to say that they weren't, it's just that when you're doing a lot of yang style martial arts, where it's dealing with a lot of force and all that without dealing with the internal, bringing the balance, doing some qigong or some tai chi, like Wayne Chandler teaches. People like Anthony Muhammad is doing. Brother Aziz Muhammad is doing. He's one of the one of the co-captains of the FOI. He's doing Tai Chi. People like Siju and his wife Siju Mutaka Bear, they do Tai Chi. People like Abdul Musawir used to do Tai Chi and Qigong. He did the whole demonstration at the Wesley Snipes Masters of the Martial Arts. I was there. So it's important that if you're going to do hard workout, then calm it down and do some breath work and internal work and all that kind of stuff. But getting back to the point, me finding this book with the flower of life on it, Chiron. This is the first. I've heard the name before, but I've never had a book by this person, this channeler, because it is a channel. He's channeling what he calls Chiron. This is what he's doing to help, just like our dear sister Erin Lyons. She's channeling the ancestors and channeling the higher being, just like Brother Jerry Miller. They channel him and his wife, Sandra Frazier. They channel the higher beings. And all of you out there are channelers too. A lot of you are channelers also, if you're willing to tap in. If you're willing to tap in, you are channeling that voice, that inner voice that you hear. Where does that come from? You are channeling in some form or fashion. So I'm here in New York right now. I'll be leaving soon. Give me a couple of days. I got to do some meetings first and run up on some people, make sure everybody's all right. Got to talk to my children. Got to go visit my daughter, make sure she's all right. She's pregnant now. I want to make sure she's all right and see what's going on in her head, you know. And it's important that we stay focused, y'all stay connected, and it's important that you go to my YouTube channel or go to my IG channel right here, and I'm breaking down a lot of different numerical stuff. I'm always breaking down numbers, because it's important to share that type of information when when people are ready for it. If they're not ready for it, I tell people, leave me alone. If you're not ready for it, go somewhere. Don't, if you're not ready for it, because numbers don't lie, people lie to themselves. Numbers don't lie, people lie to themselves. And on a day like this, when you add it all together, when you add the 6 plus the 2, which is 6 plus the 2 is 8. Then you have 8 from 2024, 8, that's 16, and 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Today adds up, when you add all of it together, 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 8, it adds up to 21. Today is a 21-3 day. So this is a very good universal day for you to work on whatever materials, whatever ideals that you want to manifest, write them down, put them down on paper, and initiate them within at least 21 days. Make it happen within at least 20. Saying, have it, if you're going to set up a business, make sure you at least have your mission statement. Start preparing that. Find out and Google what it takes to start a business, whether you have to get an LLC or whether you want to just do go get a consultant from somebody that understands the nuances of setting up a business, whether you want to get into spiritual business, whatever you want to deal with. This is a good day to set up something and write your thoughts down, because universally today adds up to a number 3 or 21. And in compound numerology, the number 21 is one of the numbers that allows you to open up to not only what you're compassionate about, but also what you need to create in this realm. So by the time it reaches the number 3, the 2, the 1, and the 3, you can expand it beyond just your thought and just your compassion and just what you initially create on that paper. And remember, 21 is also known as the crown of the Magi number. It's a crowning of the Magi. Magi's in history were the ones that are the ones that are the alchemists, the scientists of history. It can help. It can help with. I could hardly see the chat, so if you're putting anything in the chat, it's hard to see the chat when the sun is glaring. But if it could help with your business life, it could help doing a numerovation session with me can help with your business life. Stay focused. I have 10 to 15 minute sessions. Actually, the 10 and the 15 minutes session is the same price, because what I call it 10 minutes, but I really go for 15 minutes. And then if you're going to do those 10 minutes, I just put up a new 10 to 15 minute sessions now. So I'm only doing 15-minute sessions and 30-minute sessions. That's it. I'm not doing hour sessions. I'm not doing 45-minute sessions, although I may go over probably like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on the questioning that I have. You got to remember, because it's a lot of information that's coming through and that I'm drawing from, and I'm just helping you along the way, showing you how whatever business, however things. I don't do compatibility sessions right now, because my compatibility session is $500 to $600. So, I stopped doing that because a lot of people are not serious. So my compatibility sessions can go up to $1,000, just because I really take the time out to see what's going on. I'm recording it, and now I'm going to start sending basic write-ups that you can follow as far as your name is concerned, because some people don't realize that the name that you were born with offers the gift, talents, and skills. Just like the name that this person, Lee Carroll, is using, Chiron. I found this book in the park, those that are just coming in. I found this book in the park. And when I broke down the name Chiron, it added up to 29 in one system, and it added up to a number 8 in another system. So it already adds up to a spiritual old soul energy. And this person says they're channeling Chiron. It's a channel. And the person name is Lee Carroll. And because the Lee has the double E's, the name Carroll has the double R's and the double L's, I believe that was necessary, because when you see double E's in a name, That's 55 in the Pythagorean and the Chaldean. When you see double R's in the Pythagorean, it's a number 99. In the Chaldean, it's the number 22. When you see double L's in the name, like Lee Carroll, that person spelled it Lee, double E's. I didn't even break down the full name yet, break down the full equation. But when you spell Carroll, they spell their name Carroll. So when you see doubling numbers, it intensifies the meaning and the gifts, skills, and talents that you have come through to work with. Whether you use it or not, the intensity is still there. So you could be intensifying on your highest and wisest level, or you can be desensitizing and detensifying yourself and taking yourself down a lower level, or you might be complacent and stuck where you are because you don't know where to go, especially when you have a lot of master numbers in your name, your birthday. If you have a lot of master numbers, these master number energies, like I said, it's not here to control you. It's not here to control you. It's here to guide you. But if you don't use the guidance, then you will let the world beat you down and control you. You will let the world beat you down and control you when you don't have to let the world beat you. And I'm talking about the people in prison. Now, you may have made mistakes to get in prison, but your mind doesn't have to stay there. The mind does not have to stay in prison. One of my sons went to jail recently, not prison. He went to jail recently, right, for some stuff, but he stayed in there for like a week. But because he's my child, and I remember telling him about mental stuff and keeping his mind right and all that. Even in the midst of being in jail, that boy found himself in the library to go read. He went and read some books on law and all that kind of stuff. He didn't just go out there to work out and train. He trained in his prison, his cell, but when they allowed him out, he was at the law library. He wasn't in the trying to build up his muscles and get his testosterone all up. He went to work his mind, and then when he works his mind, it connects him to what he wants to do spiritually on the outside of that prison. So his mind is not locked in that prison, and he made it through. He made it through. We was happy to get him back out, but he know he shouldn't have done the foolishness. It is what it is. Boom. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't a crazy crime, but when you're doing certain things, they will lock you down. If you're not, and then you got to go there with your mind. Your mind has to be right when you go in these places. And the first initial, because I've been in jail before, but I stayed for only 3 days. My mind was like, from the time I went in there, there's the first time, there's anxiety because you don't know what's going on. It's the first time you go into these places. But when my mind calmed down in that prison, I sat under a vent and I meditated. I sat under the vent because that's where the free air was coming in. And I meditated because when I meditated, it allowed me to follow the passage of where the air was coming from and take me outside of that prison, that jail cell. And I fasted for 3 days. The only thing I drank, I think, was water. I fasted for no. Did I drink water? Nah, they was trying to give us this. Yeah, I didn't drink anything because they was trying to give us some big ass Kool-Aid with sugar, with the sugar at the bottom of the jug, this thick, and red Kool-Aid, and I wasn't drinking that foolishness. And they're trying to give us a cheese. They're trying to give us a cheese sandwich. The cheese is this thick. This is down in the Brooklyn detention center. They're trying to give us. I didn't even get to go to central booking like that. They held me in the pen until the judge. But getting back to the point, it is so important that you use all of your magic. Use all of your magic. Use all of your wise craft. Use all of your wisecraft, anything that's available to you, whether it's doing numerovation with me or astronumerology with Lloyd or cardology with people like um, Aquarius Maximus and her mom, Nina Diamond, who advertises on my show, or doing something tarot with Carrie Ann Ingram, or doing cartomancy with Sister Amira, or doing the work, or just doing spiritual Ifa, Akan, comedic work. Do the work. Do the work. It's all right. You can do the work. We all got a chance. So if you have a business and you want, let me see if I can see what's going on here. Thanks for saying this is so. This I'm working on some project for my business expansion. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I see that. Yeah. Of course. Social life, beauty lounge. Yeah. Numerology can help you, can give you guidance on where you need to go for this particular year, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, for the next 100 years, if you wanted to do that. That's how deep it can get. For the next 100 years, you can do that. You know, you just have to be open to it. What's up, B? You just have to be open to it. You just have to be open to the work. Big up to I think Adam is on here. Big up to Adam. I think I think that's him. All about wisdom. No, that's not Adam. I think his healing hands. Big up to everybody that's coming on. And again, before I leave out, today is June the 25th, 2024. These numbers are not here to hold you in a box. These numerals are here to help. The word numero adds up to a master number 11. So it's allowing you to have a runway, and it's allowing you to connect with the spiritual and the physical realm alongside this runway as you're taking off to flight. And because today's date all equates down to the number 21, which is a 3, everyone should be thinking on a expansion level. And anybody born today, happy birthday to a friend of mine named Carlene. Today is her birthday. Today is what you call it, a friend of mine's birthday, her mom's birthday. Happy birthday to Mrs. What's her last name? Mrs. Jackson. Her name is Miss Jackson. Big up to her. Happy birthday to her. Um, and they're celebrating their birthday today. Yeah, let me share it with her. Uh, um, Latoya Jackson. Latoya Jackson's mom. Today is her mother's birthday. And not Latoya Jackson, Michael Jackson, but Latoya Jackson. So when you're born today, when you're born on the 25th of any month, talking to you people born on 25th of any month, but also including today, remember the number 25 is the compassionate adapter of life that has the ability to attract what they want in their life, as long as whatever they want or receive in their life, they have to be willing to keep it if it's good for them. If it's not good for them, they need to let it go. Because sometimes that 25/7 can get caught up and allow energy vampires in their life when they're really supposed to release energy vampires. So happy birthday to Latoya Jackson's mom. Today is her birthday. Latoya's birthday is coming up in July. Happy birthday to my friend Carlene. Today is her birthday. I'm probably going to text her for her birthday. But it's important that even on this day, because the personal frequency of this day is 25, and that's the day, that's the number of observation and listening more, and not just listening to people outside of you, but being willing to listen to your inner thoughts today and then write it down, because when you add it all up, don't hold it in your head. Why I say don't hold it in? Because 6 plus 7, or 6 plus 2 is 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 6 plus 2 plus 5 is 13, which is a 4. Don't hold it in your head, because the 4, which is the alignment number of the day, and the 7, which is the personal energy of the day, those are two mental health numbers that you could either hold yourself back by overthinking and holding things in your mind, when in actuality, when you add the 8 to all of that, it breaks down to the number 3. So you need to express it. You need to let it go today. Let it go. Release it. Release it in book form, music form, dancing form, whatever helps you to feel joyful in your life. Release it today. I'm just telling you the vibration of the day. This is the vibration of the day. Whether you believe it or not, that's your business. I know it works because I've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years. And there's people like I tell everybody, Eon Levanzant consults Lloyd Strayhorn. There's celebrities that consult me. There's and she's not afraid to say that. Queen of Four consults me and Lloyd. But Lloyd was the first person. So big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, because he's the Baba. He's the one that set it off more than ever in the melanated community. Now you have people that are India, that's from India, and sometimes they're hard to understand. I be watching Indian numerologists and they hard to understand. But I do study, and I rather read their books than listen to them talk because I don't speak their language. And when they try to speak English, they don't come off, unless they was raised here, they don't come off as well as, their books, the information in their books are good. So people like Horace Jahari, I read, and Batman, I forgot his name, but it has Batman in it, so it's interesting. I call him Batman. He's an Indian numerologist, astronumerologist. I call him Batman. So it's because his name has Batman in it, but it's a long name with Batman at the forefront of the name. Batman, something like that. I'm not gonna butcher the man's name, but his first part of the name has Batman, so I call him Batman. He's a numerologist. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's important. Yes. Yeah. When you're ready to book a session, like I said, I got 10 to 15 minute sessions now, and I have 30 to 35-minute sessions. But they have gone up a little. They've gone up, but it's worth it because, like I said, I record, and then I'm going to start emailing at least a breakdown of your name, your first, middle, and last name to give you because your first, middle, and last name are the things that allows you to open up to your gift, your talents and skills. And the gift can be, let's say your name adds up to a number 6, your first name adds up to a number 6, your middle name adds up to a number 3, and your last name adds up to a number 8. Let's say that, right? So 6 says the gift that you have to offer is to bring harmony and peace and love to any situation. The 3 in your middle name says you're here to bring some type of expansion and jovial attitude to any situation. The 8 is reminding you to recognize assets and liabilities and learn how to use those assets in any given situation. So those are your gift, talents, and skills. Now, do you have to develop a lot of that around you? Of course, there's a development structure. But once you get it, oh man, once you get your gift, talents, and skills, then you need to do it. You need to work on it. You need to work on it. So it's a powerful thing that we must learn to do for ourselves. And forgive me, I can't see the chat too much unless I pull lift up the phone, but sun is shining in my eyes. And so I'm not, but I thank whoever's making, saying anything beautiful. Thank you very much for saying something, But again, I started off with saying you are who you think, and you attract who you think you are. You attract who you are. And as I was working out in the park today, I found this book by Chiron. Chiron in numerology adds up to a 29 and a number 17, which is all connected to me. The name Chiron. The book was written in 2017. It adds up to a number 10, and I'm born on the 1st of the month, connected to me. New humans, the evolution of humanity. I've been talking about evolving humanity through numbers for a long time. That's why I call it numerovation. And anybody seen my logo? It used to say King Simon Productions. The evolution continues. So for me to find a book in the park after I walked around the park at least 3 to 4 times, and then decide to go towards the bench and find this book on the bench, I was like, whoa, everything is in synchronicity. Every person that you meet, every phone call that you make, everybody that you think about that you may want to call or you don't call because you have a little problem with them. Look, if I'm not talking to a person and they've run through my mind, I will still text them or DM and say, you ran across my mind, just checking on you. We might not even talk no more. But if they ran across my mind, sometimes you just open that gate just to give them a drop of information, and then you close the gate again. You just want to let them know that, hey, you came across my thoughts. And at that time, at some moment in time, in the continual now, in the infinite now that we're in, We had something together. We was friends. We did what we had to do, whether it was in the club life, whether it was in the party life, whether we was just intimate, whether we was just hanging out buddies, whatever it was, there was a portion of our life that you meant a lot. And I'm just letting you know that I'm thinking about you. And that's it. I don't want to go out with you. I don't want to do that. That's how I am. If that's it, that was it. Sometimes you might call your relative and text your family members, and they may have done atrocious things to you. They may have been disrespectful to you in the young, but you text them and say, boom, I was thinking about you. I hope everything is all right. Because if you wish other people well, you will naturally be well. I don't care what they've done, if you're not with your father no more, your mother, or they did something crazy. Look, they came, something reminded you of them, and you just decided to text them and say, just checking on you, not trying to make no long conversation, just checking on you because I love energy. I don't have to love what the person has done with the energy, but I love energy because energy is pure in its purest form because no one is born actually a rapist or a pedophile, or no one is born actually a murderer or a killer. Yo, everybody had their goo goo gagas. I've been watching certain movies like I remember in the Deadpool movie, the second Deadpool movie, and in one of many of the Marvel movies, they always say go back in time and kill Hitler, go back in time and kill this person, go back in time and kill that person. But Hitler used to make goo goo gaga voices tell. He was a baby one time. Who transformed them into that? That's what you got to look at. Who transformed Leopold into Leopold? Who made Genghis Khan Genghis Khan? They were all babies at one time. They was all innocent. Then something in their DNA triggered to go down the negative path instead of the righteous path. I heard Hitler was a whole vegetarian. You don't expect vegetarians to be killing a bunch of people. You're not expecting vegetarians to kill life, because if you're a vegetarian, you're supposed to support and love life. Especially if you're vegan, you're not supposed to have animal things on and animal products on. You're not supposed to kill mammals and all that. You're really not supposed to. That's if you're listening to what it means to be a vegetarian or a vegan. I mean, there's truth to a lot, but you got to remember again, every criminal and every righteous person was once a baby with the purest of energy until they were taught to be wicked. And then that triggered their DNA to go down that wicked road. There it is. When they went down that wicked road. I broke down Hitler before. And remember, Hitler was born April 20th. Guess who else is born April 20th? Two different energies. Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross is born April 20th. Two different energies. Luther came with love and peace and sang beautiful songs. Hitler came with what he came with. His madness he came with. Two different people born under the love energy. It could be a love energy or it could be a destructive energy. I tell people all the time, these numbers come with either higher vibrations or lower vibrations. And you can say just by looking at the name, looking at Hitler's birthday and Luther Vandross, that two of them came with two different missions in this round. Two of them came with two different missions, born the same day. Go figure that one out. And I can do a whole lot of other scenarios. I can show you good people born under the same day, wicked people born under the same day. Good people born on the same day, wicked people born. I could keep on going with these scenarios. You can Google it up yourself. You know what I'm saying? So before I close, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. Make sure you share this live because it's all about synchronicity and understanding the importance of synchronicity. And if you're seeing angel numbers on a consistent basis, always remember there's duality to everything. Stay with the positive, but recognize the duality so you can learn to keep the negative away from you and stay on the higher vibration of it. So I can't wait to get into this book. I'm going to read it, of course. They are talking about a lot of good stuff, from food, changing DNA. They doing a lot in this book. Conceptual DNA. They talking a lot of good stuff. Hidden youth template. Things about the young people. and what they need to be doing in this day and time as far as spiritual recognition and connecting. I mean, these are different lectures that this person has channeled in different parts of his life. So whoever this person is, Lee, Carol, I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look him up again. The name Lee. Last night I did specifically names. I was breaking down names from the Pythagorean system. I was breaking down names, first names, because remember, your first name is the activating name, the active name before your middle and last name. And women that marry and change their name, you're not only inherited what you got from your father or your mother, you also inherited what you're getting from that marriage life, that marriage man, that married man, that family life. So you got to also make sure your whatever you marry and whatever name you taking on for marriage, you got to be make sure that the vibration don't lead you into more challenges other than helping you to build. And even if it's a challenge, you got to remember challenges are here to either make you or break you. Challenges are here to either make you or break you. There's nothing wrong with being challenged. There's nothing wrong with being challenged as long as it's some type of constructive challenge that's going to make you a better person. That's why people work out. People want to lose their stomach. And that's why I worked out and do it's all about challenging yourself to be your best self. And that's what I strive to do as a numerovator to help people become their best self. All right. So if you do want to book a session with me, you can text me your full name and date of birth. Or if you're just doing a 10 to 15-minute session, you just text me your first name and your birthday. And still, you're going to get a write up about that first name and how to use that first name, activate it, keep it moving, keep it doing what it needs to be done in a healing manner. If you're doing the full 30 minutes to 35-minute session, then I need your full name, your first, middle, and last name, or just your first and last name, whatever it is, your full birthday. And we get into that. We actually have a conversation with each other. But at the end, I'm going to also send you the recording for both of them for any different type of sessions. And I'm going to send you a write up of your first, middle, and last name if you're doing the 30 minutes. But I send you a write up of your first name and what each letter means. And then you could use it to your benefit so you can be the best you can be and keep on working at being the best that you can be. That's what's important for me. I want to see you become better. I want to see. I can't see the chat that much, but I see people are coming on. I see. I see sexy. I am Madonna. Great job, girl. I see you doing a lot of workout with your body. You're looking good. You're looking good. She's from Dominica. Big up to Dominica. Big up to the crew from Dominica. I used to work with one of the sons of the late great Rosie. Rosie. Man, I keep on forgetting his last name. The prime minister who passed on. I used to work with his son. Big up to him. Big up to that great brother. You still giving away tickets for the Forbidden Knowledge? Yeah, it was for those who bought a book. You had to buy the $88 book. Y'all had to buy the $88. I think it's only one person that got the ticket. A sister named Falana. Falana, she purchased the book, the $80 book. I sent the book off to her. She should get it in the next 9 days, my book. But I also put her name on the list if she's coming. I won't say her last name, but I know, you have to buy the book. I might put it up again because Billy calls me, but you have to buy my book. I'm not just going to give it away. You got to buy my book, my hardcover book. So DM me, hit me up on the DM if you do want to buy the book. It's $88.88. Once you send that via PayPal or Cash App, the tickets are much more than that. Believe me, that whole day for August the 4th is much more than that. So if you want to buy the book, I might put it back up. I'm gonna change the whole thing and say, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to win tickets because he gave me a certain amount of tickets. I've been giving it away to. He told me to give it to friends and family, but I have but so much friends and I have but so much family that can make it out to Miami for August the 4th. It is what it is. So I said, you know what? Let me give the rest of the tickets away. But they got to do something. They got to support me and buy the book. And then I will definitely make sure it's a hardcover book. It's not just on Amazon. You got to buy the hardcover book where Once you send me the funds, I'm actually taking out of that funds to make sure I go to the printer and print it for you, because I don't print the hardcover books. I don't sell it. The regular books is on Amazon, but the hardcover books are a collector's edition. They can stand up on your your coffee table. And shiny. It's beautiful. Believe me, you'll love the hardcover book. All right, so yeah, DM me, Legend of Zen. DM me, and I will send you my Cash App, PayPal, and then I got to get your full name and put your full name in the PayPal or the Cash App, the PayPal or Cash App description, and your mailing address, because I got to mail you the book. I'm going to mail you the book. But it comes straight from the printer. It don't come from me. It comes straight from the printer, the ones that print. Lulu is printing it for me. So Lulu.com is printing it for me. But I don't sell the hardcover. I sell the hardcovers like once a year, because they're collector's item, and sometimes it's just too much, and I don't carry books to things. But I'm going to have at the sold out event, remember, before I close out, the Gathering of the Masters in Stonecrest, Georgia, in the Black Wall Street, New Black Wall Street, has been sold out. Has been sold out. You will not be able to get tickets to get in there at all. And I'm definitely going to have books. I'm going to have some books to sell. I'm going to be doing quick 10-minute services, probably 5 to 10-minute services there, because I'll be back and forth on the stage. I'm the MC, so I got to make sure I'm working that stage. I'll be giving out flyers to the next event that's coming up, my event that's coming up in October for 2 days, and I'm going to make it as reasonable so people can come in from all over the world and do what they're doing with Brother Rich. We're going to do the same thing with the tribute to Dick Gregory and also Ashra Kwesi. So you want to be in the building before it sells out, because it's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. It's going to sell out. I'm telling you, it's going to sell out. Yeah, DM me and I'll send you the link. I'll check my DM as soon as I get inside. And then once you get it, then people, so think about, just before I close out, just think about what your thoughts are today. And if you have a journal, write in your thoughts, because today adds up to a number 3 when you break it all down. June 25th, 2024. When you break it all down and add it all up, that breaks down to a number 3 all the way to the last point of it. So be willing to write your thoughts, because 725 is a number of thinking and observing and listening. So whatever inner thoughts, whatever outer thoughts, whatever thing that pops in your head that can be an ideal, just like I found this book. My spirit said, walk towards the bench. And sure enough, I found this book with the flower of life on it. The flower of life has become resurrected again, especially due to Terrence Howard and what he's doing with his drones and all that kind of stuff. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how we can attract who we are through just working out, just being in the park, just vibing, just doing what you do. You attract who you are. And if you are still negative and narcissistic, you're going to attract negative and narcissistic. And some spiritual, intuitive people attract negative and narcissistic people because they still have it in them. We say that again for the people in the back of the room. Some people that may claim that they're spiritual and intuitive, and they say I'm always attracting narcissistic men and always attracting narcissistic women, because you still got it in you. And until you reposition yourself and reassess who you are and know how to dodge energy vampires, go get that book too. It's called Dodging Energy Vampires. Write it down. I know y'all heard that now. I was like, whoa, let me get a pen. Let me text this to myself. Dodging Energy Vampires. You got to learn how to do it. I read that book years ago. I don't make no money from it. It's by Christian Northrup. Dodging Energy Vampires. That lady must be rich, because I've been shouting out her book for a long ass time. Dodging Energy Vampires. If you think you're intuitive, or you feel, or you've developed your intuition, you should not be attracting narcissists or narcissistic attitudes and people. That means something is going on with you in your blood. Somebody in your family may have passed it on to you or something like that. It's time for you to do a genetic colonic. Maybe it's time for all of us to do a genetic colonic. It's time for all of us to do a genetic colonic, spiritually, physically, mentally. And some of y'all can be spiritual, and y'all are the most narcissistic people. Let me say that again. Some people can be considered spiritual and think they all spiritual, but you're doing narcissistic things to your friends, your family, and all that in the name of spirituality. We got to be there's a thin line between love and hate. There's a thin line between positive and negative. There's a thin line between spiritual and narcissist. There's a thin line. That's like there's a thin line between madness and genius. There's a thin line between madness and genius. You know how many geniuses was considered mad? There's a thin line. I know family said, King Simon's singing now. King Simon's singing. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. So look, on that note, family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great. And if you do want to, I think I have like 10 or 15 left. If you can make it to Miami, I got a pair of tickets for you to go to, for the August 4th only, not August 3rd. If you just come in for that one day for the award ceremony with myself, Brother Rich, Dr. B, and make sure you vote for me too. Stop playing. Make sure you vote for me. Don't play. Make sure you vote for me at 954-245-0086. That's 954-245-0086. Text that number and you shall get the jot form to vote for myself, Dr. B. You have to vote for everybody. So if you don't know everybody, just go with your spirit. But make sure you vote for me in the television host category. And make sure you vote for Dr. B in the spiritual, or Michael Beckwood, or whoever. Brother Rich is entrepreneur or promoter of the year. Vote for any one of them in those categories. But I'm in the television host category. That's what I am, because I did what I had to do on Brother Billy Carson's network. So again, family, protect your energy. Dodge those energy vampires. Remember, you are who you are. You attract who you are also. And if you're still attracting people that might come, even on a certain day, you might be attracting people that's negative, then you got to check yourself, because you attracted them for a reason. I have to check myself sometimes when people come in my life and start saying all kind of craziness. I take a deep breath and I say, you know what, brother or sister, you're right. You're right. I got to check myself, because you came here around me for a reason. Maybe you came here to bring the drama, or maybe you came here to bring some lessons. So I don't make the drama. I make the drama a lesson so I can flip it to become a blessing for me. But I had to learn why I attracted that person. And if it's in me to attract that person, let me do my genetic cleanse. Make spiritually, physically, mentally, let me do my genetic cleanse. And it does take work. I don't care what kind of work you're going to do, whether it's with Ifa, Khan, Islam, the Christianity, whatever, Judaism, numerology, cardiology, tarot, whatever you're going to do. Whatever it takes to cleanse it out. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Have a great day and afternoon and evening, whatever y'all listen. I'm going to upload this to YouTube anyway. I'm going to upload this to YouTube and probably Facebook. I'll probably upload it to Facebook also. All right? So have a great day, afternoon, or evening. You are who you attract. So be very careful what you're attracting in your life, okay? Take care. And this looks like it's a good book. I just found this while working out here in Brooklyn. Just found it. I walked around the park 2 to 3 times, and then I walked towards the benches. My spirit said, go towards the bench there and go do some exercise over there. And sure enough, this book was right there with the flower of life. Chiron, the new human, the evolution of humanity, 14th edition. All right? Peace and love. Take care.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember, last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, his show is called, it was really based on numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you could book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.